Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k16 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. We are 1 week away from the Payback PPV, and we are here with this week's Monday Night Raw, and this should be a good one, the final show of Raw before our big Payback PPV, which is shaping up to be one hell of a show. If you want to know the full card for Payback, check out the website BrendenPlayz.com. And first of all, on Monday Night Raw this week, we have Brie Bella going one-on-one with our Divas champion Naomi. Sami Zayn's in action. He's coming up against Ryback one-on-one. That'll be a tough challenge for Zayn. Tag team action with the Beast Code coming up against the Ascension. Summer Rae goes one-on-one with #1 contender for the Divas Championship, Sasha Banks. We also have R-Truth going one-on-one with Tyson Kidd. Axel will be joining Truth, Cesaro joining Kidd. And six-man tag team action. Payback opponents compete against each other tonight. Rusev, he is going up against Ziggler at Payback. He's teaming up against Reigns, who's going against Seth Rollins at Payback. Triple H, of course, getting a title shot against Dean Ambrose at Payback. Six-man tag team action later on. Brie Bella defeats Naomi one-on-one. Zayn versus Ryback. It is the big guy picking up another victory. Summer Rae versus Sasha Banks. Summer Rae upsets Sasha Banks just before Payback, so not a good loss there for Sasha. And R-Truth versus Kidd. It is going to be Tyson Kidd picking up the victory as well. Let's go check out our next matchup. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, what a way to kick off Monday Night Raw. Our first of our two matchups we're going to highlight here tonight. And it is going to be the Beast Code. And we have the former World Heavyweight Champion, the Animal Batista, approaching the ring right now. What a challenge this will be tonight, coming up against former tag team champions, the Ascension. But this is really the ultimate test-up for the Beast Code. Many believe that, hey, they're good, but are they tag team championship good? I'm not sure. I think they have all the tools of the trade to really succeed here on Monday Night Raw, but we'll have to wait and see, as here comes Chris Jericho. So this alliance has been going on for a number of months now, Jericho and Batista, and they decided to go into the tag team division, and they failed last month, but you just get the feeling that they've got that little bit more experience now. They're the next team in line to get that title shot, and here tonight they can beat the Ascension. That will be the perfect way to gain some momentum in towards their tag team title matchup, which of course will take place at Payback. So here's the matchup we were just talking about, the Hall of Destruction against the Beast Code, defending their tag team titles at Payback. What a matchup that will be. Chris Jericho and Batista here tonight looking to beat the Ascension, and they will need this victory because the Hall of Destruction are very, very good at the moment, and a victory here tonight for the Beast Code will just do them some favors and send a bit of a message to the Hall of Destruction here tonight. They're ready to go as we await their opponents, the former WWE Tag Team Champions, one of the best tag teams last year. They are the Ascension. What a year that they had last year. Now, they've had a bit of a quiet number of months, but they're looking to get themselves back in the title picture. And here tonight, a victory over the Beast Code. Well, I suppose that'll send a bit of a message to everybody themselves. The challenge here tonight, coming up against the #1 contenders. And what a great opportunity this is for them. If they can defeat the Beast Code, that will just get them back in the tag team title hunt that they've been out of for the last couple of months. So here we go, the Ascension versus the Beast Code. This will be one tough contest for both teams, no doubt about that. The Hall of Destruction waits for the Beast Code, but tonight the Ascension is ready to go. And this is going to be a good one, no doubt about that. They're ready. We're just about ready as well. Batista and Jericho. It's going to be Batista starting off against Victor. Here we go, this one's underway. Batista and Victor to kick this one off. The Ascension versus the Beast Code. And the Beast Code coming over from Thursday Night SmackDown. And immediately coming into this tag team division, they've had a lot of success. Now, a lot of people believe that they should have just kept going their separate ways as a singles because it was working out for them. You know, Jericho, former world champion over on SmackDown. Batista was slowly gaining some momentum and back on the rise. But since being drafted from SmackDown here to Raw, I think the best decision is to go at it as a team. And we saw Jericho last year in a very similar position. But this time it was Christian rather than Batista. And, well, we all know how that turned out. Jericho turned his back on Christian. So many believe that could be the same kind of result here for Batista if he's not careful. Maybe Batista will strike first. We don't know. But I think you have to kind of be very careful of Chris Jericho and what he's capable of doing, especially with his track record. But Batista, he is good enough. We know that. He's a very, very accomplished former world champion. Obviously, last year's WrestleMania, winning the title there. Didn't hold it for long, but showed us all that he is capable of being the best of the best on any brand. So Batista right now with Connor. Sends Connor into the ring post and the steel steps as well. Connor is down. Batista now has a hold of Connor and takes him down. And that is very well executed there. Tilt the world slam. Beautifully done. And now Connor strikes back, taking down Batista himself. Counter 5 now by the referee, who's wanting these two to get back into the ring. And it'll be a standard matchup at Payback, of course. Just your standard tag team matchup against the Hall Destruction and the Beast Code. No excuses, no extra rules apply. Just the best team will win. That is all that you need to know. And now a tag being made by Connor, sending back in Victor. And Batista has a hold of Victor now. Look out! Hold on a second. Oh, power slam. Well, a gorilla press. And what a slam that was, just absolutely drilling him straight into the mat. And that is impressive, and that is what Batista is all about. Now Jericho, more of the technical of the two. These two veterans, of course, have been around the block many times, done it all, won every title there is to win. But you got to wonder why. Why are they still doing it? Why are they still going for these titles? You know, Jericho, he's got his outside projects he's working on. Batista the same. These guys have, you know, succeeded outside of the ring, but yet they still come back and return to the ring every single week, trying to become a champion. I guess that's what it's all about. You know, once you win that title for the first time, you want it more and you crave it more. And Jericho and Batista, after 20 years, they are still wanting it. They are still craving it. They still want to be champions. And now, a half crab applied here by Victor on Jericho. Perhaps one of the masters of the Boston Crab, aka the Walls of Jericho, is Jericho. So of course he's going to find a way to escape that hold. And now Victor with that knee into the back of Jericho. So you have to wonder what drives these two guys, Batista and Chris Jericho. And, you know, I think it's a new venture for them. I think it's a new opportunity. You know, Jericho had just spent many months as the world champion, and you know, once you lose that world title, it's so difficult to get back to that mount, and it takes a lot of time, a lot of training, a lot of pressure to get there. And perhaps Jericho, his body is wearing down a little bit, and perhaps, you know, relying on a partner to help ease the load a little bit, you know, while still maintaining a high standard, he can rely on Batista a little bit more to kind of help him along the way. And I think Batista's the same. I don't think he has that high standard left in him. You know, Batista spent a year as a single superstar and didn't have much success at all. And now both guys can team up again and find success. And if they still have enough left in the tank after a successful tag team run, they can go back as a singles. But I think it's a good move to walk away as a single superstar for the time being. Focus on the tag team division a bit and get those tag team titles, have a successful run, and see where you go from there. And they still have to win those tag team titles to fully fulfill that destiny, but they have all the momentum right now. They have all the tools to get there, and they just have to beat the Ascension. And a spear like that from Batista will be the perfect way to perhaps do that. The cover, and Victor gets in there and breaks it up, saving the day for his tag team partner Connor. And a good matchup between Connor and Batista here, too, the bigger man in the teams. Batista takes down Connor though, as Jericho looking to get himself back on the apron. And he's there. Victor's there as well. So a tag is on offer for Batista if he's looking for it, as is one on offer here for Connor. Batista, I think, is going to go for the tag. He will. In comes Jericho. Connor decides against it. I don't think Batista really needed the tag out there, but I suppose it's a way to keep yourself fresh, as Jericho has the sleeper hold applied on Connor. And I think Connor made the mistake of not tagging out, and he could pay the price. Jericho has still got it in, and oh, hang on, the power of Connor will send Jericho down and able to get out of the sleeper hold. I think Connor needed the tag more so than Batista, like I was alluding to before, but I suppose that's where the Ascension perhaps have been going wrong. They haven't been making the right decisions. And now Connor's going to look for the tag, but you can see he's wearing, you know, he's a bit worse for wear at the moment, so perhaps a little bit of extra damage has been done to him, and it could cost him here because he might not be able to get in here and save his tag team partner from the walls of Jericho. It is applied right now, and Victor needs to find a way to the ropes or try and get out of it. But Jericho decided to let him out of the hold. I didn't really think Jericho had that hold locked in all that well, regardless, so Jericho decides to let it go. We all know Jericho and Batista are two guys who are not afraid to do whatever it takes. They're not afraid to cheat. They're not afraid to do, you know, I guess, go against the rule book to win matches. That's what they're all about. Jericho, you know, you've seen him. You look at WrestleMania when Batista came in and assisted Jericho for the win. You know, we've seen these guys just cheat and break the rules and just kind of work around the system to get their way to the top. And we'll see if they can do that at Sunday at the Payback Pay-Per-View. And oh, Codebreaker! Well, that was really out of nowhere from Jericho. The Codebreaker applied. This might be it. Surely. Victor, no. He kicks out, gets the shoulder up and kicks out. Well, Jericho, he just kind of connected it out of nowhere. But really, I don't think he done enough to Victor to kind of keep him down for a 3 count. And that's why Victor kicked out successfully. The tag has been made. Batista is now in. And now Connor's in as well. Victor takes him down. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. We're about to see the Faller Man. The Faller Man by the Ascension. They've won many matches with this move, and Jericho senses the urgency of this one, and he breaks up the pinfall. He knew that the Ascension, that is the move that they used to win many of their matches, and Jericho sensed the moment that he needed to get in there, and he just got in there before Victor could take him out. Batista now in the corner in a bad way. Bit of trouble here for the Beast Code. Perhaps Jericho made a mistake by letting the walls of Jericho go. Perhaps he could have had the matchup won. Now Batista trying to fend off Connor. Doing a good job of it so far, trying to get his team back in it. Batista now. Oh, wait a second. Well, you want to fend off your opponent. No better way to do it than doing this. The Batista Bomb. Thunderous. Bone-rattling Batista Bomb, and surely, no, it's not going to be enough because Victor is going to get there and break it up. But how much longer can the Ascension go for? Oh, Connor picks up Batista and takes him down. And hold on a second, Jericho nowhere to be found. This could be it. The Animal powers out though. Powers out on his own accord. The Hall of Destruction have to be watching on here, finding a weakness in the Beast Code. They've been able to kick out and survive of both of their finishes tonight, the Ascension. The Codebreaker not enough. And the Batista Bomb, well, it was saved by Victor. I think that would have been enough for a 3 count, no doubt about it. But this match has been saved and continues on. Jericho, he's battling Victor on the outside there. Victor's in the ring now. Connor and Batista going at it in the corner. Batista with an elbow shot there to Connor. Jericho's back on the apron. Batista now, what's he thinking about doing? He's picked him up. Hold on a second. He's picked up Connor and takes him down. Bit of a spine buster there, but this time he grabs the throat and he drills down Connor. And Victor can't save the day thanks to Jericho getting involved. And after the Batista Bomb earlier on, there was not much more that needed to be done. Connor unable to kick out, and the Animal and Chris Jericho, the Beast Code, walk away with the victory. Batista and Chris Jericho sends a message to the Hall of Destruction at the upcoming Payback Pay-Per-View. There was earlier on the Codebreaker. I thought for sure it was over when he connected with that. But unfortunately for Jericho, not enough. Got the shoulder up, but it was later on. Batista went for the Batista Bomb. He connected it nicely. Here it was. And this would have been it. No doubt about it. I don't think Connor really ever recovered after being taken out by the Batista Bomb. Victor managed to get in and save the day. As you can see, going for the 3 count, Victor coming in. And it was Batista later on, fending off Connor in the corner there. Grabbed him by the throat and just picked him up. It was a bit like a spine buster, wasn't it? Picks him up there and takes him straight down. Just tosses him away, launches him down. And it's powerful, it's effective, and it's enough to win the matchup. And you can see Victor, he almost got there to save the day, but Jericho gets in the way just. And Batista and Chris Jericho pick up the win. What a win here tonight for them. All the destruction, Mark Henry and Kane, be on watch because these two men are coming. But before we finish this one off, Batista and Chris Jericho will have some words to say to their opponents. How did you all like that, huh? Everybody keeps saying that the Beast Code is going to be a flash in the pan. It's not going to be long until Jericho breaks up with Batista again and walks away. Well, no, tonight we proved that we are a team. We are united and we are looking to defeat the Hall of Destruction this Sunday night at Payback. Because this tag team between Batista and I, it's different. I know last year, in a similar time, Chris Jericho and Christian was a team. But the difference is that I actually like Batista. Christian was nothing. Christian, I hurt my back for the last year having to carry his ass every single week. But unlike Christian, Batista is a guy that can get it done, as we just saw when he defeated Carter in the middle of that ring. And just like he's going to do this Sunday night when Batista and I, we team up and we take out Kane and Mark Henry at Payback. We are going to walk out as those tag team champions, and everybody who has doubted us, does not believe in us, will be silenced, because whether you like it or not, the Beast Code is here to stay, and we are going to be your next tag team champions. Deal with it. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen, a very impressive victory for the Beast Code, and now it's time for our main event matchup, 6-man tag team action. It is going to be the super athlete Rusev in action, coming up against 3 other men of course, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and his Payback opponent, Dolph Ziggler. Rusev goes one-on-one with Dolph Ziggler at the Payback pay-per-view, and what a matchup that is going to be. Can Rusev become the next United States champion? We will find out. And his tag team partner here tonight is going to be Roman Reigns, who will go up against Seth Rollins at Payback. It really is about payback for Seth Rollins, who wants payback on Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins believes that Roman Reigns stole his title opportunity at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, and Rollins wants revenge. He wants to prove that Roman Reigns was not the worthy opponent for the champion Dean Ambrose, that Seth Rollins is in fact the right man for the job and is deserving of becoming once again the WWE Champion here on Monday Night Raw. Roman Reigns coming out here tonight, teaming up with Rusev. One more partner to come, and that is going to be the man who will challenge Dean Ambrose at Payback. It is the Game, Triple H. And he's probably teaming up with 2 guys he's not very fond of here tonight, but he has to put those differences aside, because tonight he gets his chance to get a sneak peek of what to expect at Payback, when he could potentially be stepping in the ring with his opponent, Dean Ambrose. Many believe Triple H has been on a slow burn, a slow ride to once again reaching the pinnacle. A loss at Extreme Rules to Ryback kind of set him back a little bit, but after winning a fatal 4-way matchup against Ryback, Reigns, and Rollins, he's done enough to earn himself a title shot, and he wants to achieve his destiny, achieve his goal of once again becoming the WWE Champion for perhaps the last time in his career. Speaking of WWE Champion, well, it's not the champion, but it's the man who wants to be the next champion. It's Dolph Ziggler, our United States Champion, and unfortunately he will not be getting a title shot at Payback like he thought he was going to do. He had to go through a series of 3 challenges. Didn't quite work out all that well for Ziggler, but here tonight he gets a chance at Rusev, who did defeat him last week to earn the right to be the next #1 contender for Ziggler's US title. Ziggler, the longest reigning champion in Universe Mode history. Tonight, it's a chance at Rusev, and we'll see how he fares before his big matchup at Payback. And his tag team partner is a man that, well, Ziggler's got has plenty of history with. And speaking of guys he doesn't exactly want to team up with, well, it is Seth Rollins, who is not exactly a fan favorite around here. Former WWE Champion. And he was the man who kind of, well, you know, held the title for the majority of last year, and, you know, a good part of the early stage of this year as well. Seth Rollins, he knows how to be the man. He knows how to be the top dog here on Monday Night Raw. He was that dog. He was the top superstar here on Raw for many, many months. And he's begging to get back there. But he has to get through Roman Reigns at Payback first. And Dean Ambrose, he's currently the top dog around here now. Dean Ambrose tonight gets a chance at Triple H. a sneak peek of what to expect and how to beat his opponent and how to hang on to that WWE Championship, which of course he won at the WrestleMania pay-per-view. Ambrose, our current WWE Champion, and he wants to hold on to that title for as long as possible. Ambrose tonight teams up with Rollins and, of course, Dolph Ziggler. It's going to be Ziggler and Rusev to kick it off here tonight. Payback opponents. We're going to get a sneak peek. Rusev and Ziggler to kick it off right now. Ziggler has a hold of Rusev, and Ziggler grabs the arm and drills it into the shoulder. So Ziggler and Rusev one-on-one at the Payback pay-per-view. What a matchup that is going to be. Rusev defeating Ziggler last week. I think many believe Rusev might be the one guy, might be the man to finally knock off Ziggler and finally take that title away from Dolph Ziggler, which of course he's held ever since SummerSlam of last year. He's nearly held it for a year. He's got a few more months to go, but I tell you what, Dolph Ziggler is as impressive as it gets. He is truly a superstar on the rise. But the whole situation between Ziggler and Rusev, well, right at the moment, Ziggler believes he's the next top superstar here on Raw, but The Rock, our general manager, believes Rusev is the next top superstar on Raw, and he's been trying to make sure that Rusev defeats Dolph Ziggler to prove that point. Roman Reigns has got the tag in now. Rusev wants nothing more to do with Ziggler just quite yet. Reigns in, and he's got Ziggler against the ropes and a beautiful power slam. Takes down Dolph Ziggler, and a good start here for Reigns, Rusev, and Triple H in this one. Ziggler has a hold of Reigns now. And Ziggler has to win these big high-profile matchups to get himself the head of steam and keep sending the notice to The Rock and keep the pressure on. Many believe if Ziggler loses that US title, that will give The Rock the freedom to make sure that Ziggler no longer becomes a champion again. And if not, perhaps send Ziggler on his way and fire him from Monday Night Raw. That's the pressure that is on Dolph Ziggler at Payback. If he loses, he could no longer be here on Raw, which would be a tragedy, really. After nearly a year of great matchups, great wins, great build-up, to only be fired at the last hurdle would be such a shame. Now the game is in. Triple H, Dean Ambrose's Payback opponent. He's in there with Ziggler, who creates a moment of separation and shows off in the process. Will he tag in? He tags in Seth Rollins. Of course, Ziggler defeated Seth Rollins for the US title back at SummerSlam. Triple H and Rollins in there now. Triple H picks up Rollins, sends him down. And we'll have to see how these teams really fare. Rollins not exactly well liked around here. And Triple H not exactly a fan favorite of Reigns and Rusev, I suppose. But Triple H has been getting some loud ovations. Many respecting Triple H after returning back. After a few months out, he decided to take a break, come back, and revive his career. He did that by defeating Ryback. And now Triple H has an opportunity to finally become a WWE champion for perhaps one last time. Triple H realizes that he hasn't got much left in the tank. He's really hanging on to whatever's left. You know, his glory days are over. He hasn't got much time left, and he's trying to make use of that time. He wants to be the WWE champion for one more time to cap off a ultra successful career, but he has to beat Dean Ambrose, who's just been, you know, very, very good. I mean, he had a rocky start as a champion, but he's been starting to come into his own. You know, he's really starting to show us all that he is worthy of being that champion. Many believed he was the paper champion. Paul Heyman accused him of being a paper champion, but Ambrose is proving that he is in fact the rightful man for the job. Knee drop now to Seth Rollins. Triple H coming after Rollins now. A shot to the midsection of Rollins. The crowd is hyping up for Triple H in the background, and he hits the spine buster to go along with the crowd chants. Triple H on fire now, and maybe looking for their pedigree on Seth Rollins. Well, what you can do, Seth, I can do better in terms of the pedigree. Triple H, perhaps who made the move famous. Now, pedigree on Seth Rollins. Rolls him over, hooks the leg, it's over. Rollins in real trouble. And no, Rollins gets the shoulder up. Well, Rollins, he knows how to hit the pedigree himself, and this time he's used that experience to kick out. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back with more Monday Night Raw in a moment as Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns are in the ring right now. We'll be back just after this. Coming up on the next episode of SmackDown, it will be Neville challenging for the Intercontinental Championship against Bray Wyatt one-on-one. Can Neville accomplish his dream by becoming a champion? Find out when the next episode of Universe Mode comes your way very soon. Alrighty, we're back here on Monday Night Raw. It is at the moment Rusev in there with our champion Dean Ambrose. And Rusev has a submission hold right now on Ambrose. And Ziggler and Rollins are begging for Ambrose to get to the corner and get to the tag. Our champion in a little bit of trouble against the #1 contender for the US Championship, Rusev. Ambrose against the ropes now. Rusev going for a suplex. Connects nicely on our champion Dean Ambrose. So Rusev in control right now for his team. Of course, Triple H and Roman Reigns with them as the super kick. It has connected right on the button of Dean Ambrose. Real trouble now. Ambrose, can he kick out? He will. Counter 2 for Dean Ambrose. Comfortably kicking out of this one. And Rusev with the spin kick. And he's connected again. Now Ambrose in a bit of trouble. Rusev. Uh-oh. Here we go. The Accolade is in. Ambrose in real trouble now. Ambrose has to find a way. Get to the ropes. Break the hole. Anything. Oh, he's countered it. He's managed to sweep the legs of Rusev. And he's stayed in this matchup. That's what being champion is all about. You find a way to stay in it. You find a way to win. And that's what Dean Ambrose has been able to do since becoming a champion. Or suppose, ever winning that Intercontinental Championship, he learned how to be the best, how to be a champion. And Ambrose now, a chance for attack. He will. He brings in Ziggler. Payback opponent, Dolph Ziggler is in against Rusev now. Rusev, face first, down he goes by Ziggler. What a chance now for Ziggler. If he can pin Rusev, that will give him so much confidence heading in towards Payback. Rusev kicks out at 2. And perhaps will give The Rock a mini heart attack as well, that his plan is not working for him. These shots now to Rusev. A couple of elbow shots to him. Ziggler now going to the second rope. Now back to the top rope. Ziggler off the top of the elbow drop. Well, we saw him do that last week to Rusev, but it was through a table. And he tried to go to the top rope last week as well. It cost him the match. Rusev hit the Alabama Slam and put him away. This time Ziggler was able to connect with the elbow drop, and it worked. Rusev is down. Ziggler a chance. Ziggler's got Rusev into the corner. He goes. Ziggler slowly coming towards Rusev. Rusev with the counter. And a shot there by Ziggler with the elbow shot there. And now Ziggler, what's he thinking about doing now? Ziggler has Rusev against the ropes. Ziggler whipped against the ropes as Rusev went for the attempted dropkick. Rusev evaded, and he could pay the price. No, Ziggler with the counter again. More elbow shots. Ziggler going for the suplex. He connects. But can he get back to his feet? He's slowly getting there. Rusev the same. Ziggler kicking Rusev while he's down now. Trying to plan for his next move. Trying to find a way to put Rusev away. And he might be about to hit his big move. Here comes Ziggler. And here we go. The sleeper hold is applied. The sleeper to Rusev. Will he tap? In comes Triple H and Reigns. And they'll break it up. But Rusev, I think he could be out. Rusev could be out of it. Ziggler now. He's going to go for the cover. He's going to go for the 3 count. Here it is. Here it is. Ziggler gets the win. Triple H and Reigns were taken out by Ambrose and Rollins. And Ziggler has picked up the win. Rusev was, well, he was out off with the fairies, I guess. And he did not know where the hell he was. And he's been passed out by Dolph Ziggler. Comes along, picks up the 3 count. Ziggler pins Rusev just days away from his title defense at the Payback pay-per-view. What a victory it was. What a matchup between these guys. It will be Triple H challenging Dean Ambrose for the WWE Championship. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins one-on-one, and Rusev one-on-one for the US Championship against Dolph Ziggler. That's what Payback is shaping up to be, not to mention the Beast Code versus the Hall of Destruction earlier on tonight. So that's the Raw side of things wrapped up. I guess you can include Naomi versus Sasha Banks one-on-one for the Divas as well. Payback is shaping up to be one great show. Do not miss it. It's coming your way very, very soon. And Ziggler, what a victory here tonight for him. Beats Rusev. Here it was. Counts to 3. What a win for Dolph Ziggler. Oh, wait a second. Here comes our general manager of The Rock. And he might have something to say about this victory by Dolph Ziggler. Dolph, what another great victory by you. You are on fire. But unfortunately, that fire may be about to be put out at the Payback Pay-Per-View, because you see, I think you want more of a challenge. You keep talking and running your mouth about how damn good you are. Well, I want to see how good you really are. Because at Payback, a one-on-one matchup between yourself and Rusev, it just doesn't seem enough. It just doesn't seem enough because you are our top star. You are the #1 guy on Raw, according to yourself. So why not put you in a bigger and better matchup? You see, Dolph, at Extreme Rules, you didn't get the chance to go Extreme because Rusev took you out. So, I want to bring Extreme to Payback. And I want to see if you can deliver that Extreme to Rusev. Because you see, Dolph, at Payback, your match against Rusev, well, forget about the 3 count. I know you just pinned Rusev there. I know you want to make him tap out. Well, forget about that because The Rock is going to drop some news on you right now. At Payback, you and Rusev will go one-on-one in a last man standing match. So Dolph, you better learn how to count to 10 because you are going to need to stay on your feet for 10 seconds. Otherwise, that championship that you've held for so long and you love so much will be in Rusev's hands. So Dolph, good luck, because I think you're going to need it. Rusev, you beat him tonight, he's not going to exactly be very happy. So, you better learn how to be extreme and learn it fast. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Rock making this one a last man standing matchup between Dolph Ziggler and Rusev. Can Ziggler survive? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much again for joining us for another episode of Universe Mode. If you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like. It'd be great if we can hit 12 likes. It's a big goal. I know 12 likes can we do it. If we do hit 12 likes, I will upload the next episode of Universe Mode for you. Well, sometime soon. So, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next episode. Make sure you subscribe to see Payback, and check out the website as well if you want to see the full match card there. Thanks, guys, for watching. See you next time.